Welcome to Pepe Learning Solutions. Using this video, you are going to learn about big data. Topics covered in this video are: what is data, measurement of data, what is big data, data generation glimpse, sources of data, characteristics of big data, benefits of big data, challenges with big data. What is data? Data is information. Data can be consumed by humans or machines. Data generators. As data can be consumed by machines or humans, data can be generated by humans and machines. When I make an online transaction, I generate data. A patient who is admitted in ICU, continuously monitored through ICU systems where it is generating data. There is a CCTV camera installed in an office. It captures people's movements, whoever is coming and going. It generates data. What can be done with data? Data can be collected, can be stored in systems, can be analyzed, can be reported and visualized with different tools. Measurement of data. Let's say I have a computer and I want to store a photo in the system. How does the system will understand whether it is a photo or a text file or a video? Computer understands only binary format, which is of zeros and ones. Whatever you are going to keep in the underlying system, it stores as zeros and ones. Whenever you want to watch, your system will get back in the format and you can see it. Data stored in a computer is measured as a bytes. It starts with bit, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, and so on. Nowadays, it's very common for us to see multiple terabytes hard disks. Let's say it will be in the system or a extended hard disk. What is big data? As the name suggests, big data. Big data means huge amount of data. It consists of both structured and unstructured data. Few of the structured data types are database tables, XML files, comma separated value files, and so on. Few of the unstructured data, your text messages, images, video, and so on. Welcome to Data Age. We ourselves are generating data every day. Glimpse of data generation. In a minute of the internet world, what is happening? This data is taken for 2016. For the whole year, it got understood in a minute of time. What is the number of things happening? Let's have a look at it. Let us look at the familiar ones. YouTube. In 2016, every minute, 2.78 million video views are seen by the people. 20.8 million messages were sent or exchanged through WhatsApp. 701,389 Facebook logins were recorded. These kind of data is generated in a minute in 2016. And there is a big revolution happening on IoT, stands for Internet of Things, where everything is connected and communicated. Source of data, from where the data is getting generated. Let's see few of the sources of data generation. Mails. We exchange mails. Transactions. You go and buy something through online, offline, making a transaction. Facebook, one of the social media. We generate a lot of data. We upload videos, we upload photos, we upload messages, lots. We do likes, we do shares. There were different platforms also, like Twitter, WhatsApp. Activity generated. So your CCTV camera, your RFID tags, your company ID cards, and satellites. These are the few of the sources of data. Characteristics of big data. Can I say any data as a big data? No. If a data to be called as a big data, it should satisfy three of its characters: velocity, variety, and volume. Velocity stands for how fast data is getting into the system. Variety, different type of data. Nowadays the data is everywhere and different types. Few of them are, let's take notepads, documents, images, videos, sensors, activity based, and many more. Third one is volume, the amount of data getting into the system. Benefits of big data. To get any benefits out of big data, you have to analyze that. Okay, let's take a first example: sentiment analysis. Today there is a new mobile phone launched by a new company in the market. How does the company executive team knows how is the product doing? The data is scattered across social media, professional websites, and their own designated proprietary websites and blogs. They can combine the data, keep into a system, analyze the data and see the sentiment. Yes, it is doing well in these places. It's not doing well in these places. It's okay in these places. They can take a decision of where they can promote their products much or where they can supply more in case they see more sales. That's what about sentiment analysis. New product development. You released a mobile and in the social media people were talking about your product. It's awesome, but they figure out there is not enough accessories available in the market to enhance the look of your mobile. This is a new segment where people can understand and they can start contacting their own production units or third-party vendors to create these new products. Next, recommendations. Nowadays, e-commerce has become so famous. When I want to buy a product, somewhere in the website in your visible area, they show you, they combine this product with other product. This is the discount which you are going to get if you buy these together. How does this recommendation happens? Past sales data is analyzed and they understand a pattern. Who bought a mobile has bought a case. Who bought a mobile bought a memory card. They analyze the data, they show the recommendations. Next, risk analysis. Next, website customization in real time. There are many more. Challenges with big data. First, let us understand storage versus input or output. In the earlier days, The storage was so expensive and the size of the storage is huge. But nowadays, if you see, the storage size is small and the amount of storage is huge and the prices are less. Next, input output. Input output is related to a file. If you want to put a file into a storage, let's say from in your computer, you want to put a movie in a disk. You can't do it in fraction of seconds because the evolvement of the storage versus the evolvement of the input or output is not equal. The storage has gone ahead of the space and a lot of evolutions, but whereas in the input and output, if you want to put 10 files, there is a capacity. What is the input ratio? How much data it can read at once and it can store in the disk. So the storage has evolved well, but not the process. If we look at the traditional data processing, there is small amount of data and complex processing. This is called process bound. Data is small, processing is complex. Whereas in the big data, it is reverse. We got huge amount of data and simple processing. The solution is distributed processing. You have to distribute the data across multiple machines and process that in the same machine. You write a small logic and the logic will go and work on the same machine where the data is located. Let's see a few of the challenges which is faced by distributed computing. Hardware failures. As you are using multiple machines, as these are electronics, there is a possibility of failures. You have to handle the failures. You have to write or support yourself to come out of the failure. Manual interaction. Let's say you're processing huge amount of data and you want to take an output. In multiple applications or multiple ways, you have to interact with the systems to see how smoothly it is happening. Now we understand what is data means, what is the measurement of data, what is called big data, what is the benefits of analyzing the data, what are the challenges currently industry is facing to analyze the data, and sources of data, and so on. That's it guys. Thanks for watching.